I'm very much opposed to Trump's travel ban because it is flat out unconstitutional. It expressly bans Muslims. It doesn't say that it's a Muslim ban, but the countries that are being banned are Muslim majority countries. You had Rudy Giuliani earlier say on television that he was doing this because it was a legal way to do a Muslim ban. So I don't think you need any more proof than that, along with Donald Trump's campaign promises. So I think this goes contrary to American values. And so therefore I oppose it very strongly. In addition to the fact that it keeps out people that are not a threat to the U.S., refugees, for instance, which are extremely vetted before they come here. They're the most thoroughly vetted population to enter the United States, and they have been largely affected by this ban, as well as people from other countries, Muslim majority countries, that haven't committed a terrorist attack on U.S. soil, which is used as the basis for justification of this ban. So, it doesn't make us any safer, and it keeps out people based on religion and not security threat.
How do you comment on the fact that Trump's 7 countries do not include Saudi Arabia, which is accused by many to be the originator of many terrorists who have attacked the United States, for instance, the 9/11? Are you surprised by this omission?
No, I'm not surprised. Actually, if you look at the text of the document, it says that 9/11 is the basis for this, and yet 9/11 is not included. Neither are the other countries that included the 9/11 attackers. And I think that just goes to show that this ban is not what it says it is. It's actually a Muslim ban, and it's not for national security. Some people have surmised that Donald Trump left out Saudi Arabia because he has business interests there. He has business interests in the other countries that were involved in the 9/11 attacks. That is yet to be determined whether that is true or not, but what it absolutely is true is that this cannot be a direct response to 9/11 or the 9/11 attackers because none of the countries are included there.
Now, the U.S. Appeals Court rejected the Justice Department's request to reinstate President Trump's travel ban on Sunday and asked both sides to provide legal arguments before ruling on the case. Now, what do you think will be the likely outcome, and could such legal wrangling have been avoided in the first place?
I'm very optimistic about the outcome. I think that our legal system is a good one here in the United States, and we saw that the first time when there was a temporary stay on Saturday night after the ban was announced, when 2 Iraqi men were trying to enter the United States who had been translators for the United States and were unlawfully barred. And now with Washington State, with a federal judge declaring the ban temporarily suspended, I have faith that these are good signs that the lawyers of our country, the judges of our country understand that you cannot arbitrarily ban a religion that is unconstitutional, and I am very optimistic in that. And as far as how legal wrangling could have been avoided, it could have been avoided if such a ban had not been implemented in the first place. I wish that Donald Trump and his advisors had thought a little bit about this, about how it would actually play out, how the airports are going to be crowded with people who are having their visas revoked, how it would lead to mass protests. I don't know if you could have predicted that, but what you could have predicted was it would have caused some problems.
I think he himself has also been caught by surprise. Finally, according to a CNN poll, although there is strong opposition to his travel ban, there is also many people who are supporting it, about half. That is 47% of respondents, and a record number of respondents, 53%, are not satisfied with his performance during the first 2 weeks, but 44% say they are satisfied. So he must have done something right for these people. What's your comment on that? Quickly, please.
I've also looked at that poll, and I think it's very interesting how it breaks down, and it's worth understanding. First of all, any poll that you have to take it with a grain of salt. The way they ask questions, the way they pose them can affect a person's answers. But judging by the answers that we have here, I would absolutely point to the fact that the majority of the people who support this ban think that it is not a Muslim ban. Now, 25% do, but the majority think that it's not a Muslim ban. Secondly, they think that it actually makes us safe. Neither of these things are true. As I mentioned earlier, this is absolutely a Muslim ban, and it does not make us safe. If anything, it is a national security threat because it puts countries against us. Because we've already seen there've been retroactive visa revocations from Iran and Iraq, and this could lead to some sort of diplomatic warfare, so it does not make us safer. Also,
thank you very much.
The ban is
Wardah
largely supported
Khalid.
by Republicans and largely opposed by Democrats.
Here because of
I
time
think
constraint.
that just goes to show that this is completely political. This ban is political. It is not a national security issue. It is not.
Thank you. We have to leave it there. Now, that was Wardah Khalid, an analyst on Middle East policy.